Hey Raptors, remember that friend I told you was making a personality quiz? He's done. I would love if you make a video on it. Here's the link. Alright, another personality quiz. Let's try it out. How's it going, everybody? There are twomanyraptors here, and welcome back to another personality quiz. But this time, it's not made by our esteemed Swift the Hedgehog. This time, it's made by another fan named Torque the Hedgehog. Nice name. What Sonic fanfic character are you? Find out what Sonic OC you are most like. So let's see if I can get myself again.
What is your favorite color?
That always seems to be the first question every time in these quizzes. And I already see my answer right here. Black like my past and yellow like... well, yellow. Alright, let's find something that symbolizes yellow. Black like my past and yellow like my fears. Because, you know, yellow is also another color for fear. So, this one. How do you feel towards romantic love? Again with this question. I want to be loved, but no one should love a monster. That's me, because that's something I said similarly, so that's the one.
You have just seen your arch enemy. Who was it? Is it the Egg Bastard? Is it Metal Sonic? Is it Infinite and Sonic.exe? Is it Tails Doll, Sonic.exe?
Wait, what? Why are there two Sonic.exes? Oh, one is Infinite and Sonic.exe, and the other one's Sonic.exe. But, oh wait, so this makes it a bit hard for me, because Infinite is also an arch enemy, but not particularly mine. It was Agnar's. I mean, I had more encounters with Sonic.exe than Agnar, and my only encounter with Infinite was through one of his clones that he made, one of his illusions. So I can't really say, but he did have the balls to block me off into Sonic's world, so I would say Infinite and Sonic.exe. I had a problem with him. Your arch enemy confronts you. What do you do? Well, let's see if I could find my way. Destroy them for opening the wounds of my past. That sounds a lot like mine. Yeah, that is mine because I read the rest already and it's not mine. So this is mine. Who is your rival? Oh, this is a new question. Yeah. Swift the Hedgehog, Solar the Hedgehog, Enigma the Hedgehog. Torque, you're here. And I'm here. twomanyraptors. And Shard. No one. I don't have a rival, honestly. I have no one that I do a playful butt against. Honestly, I don't like the idea of rivals because while rivalry may be seen as like some sort of like playful aggressive sport on who is better, honestly how the world is and the way how people are, they tend to take it a little too seriously. That doesn't start to become just a sport anymore. It becomes a real brawl. And I see it so much in the Sonic forums that people will literally piss on each other just because someone said that Shadow is better than Sonic or Sonic is better than Shadow, and I'm like, guys, it doesn't matter who is better. Why don't we just use them both? That's the one thing I've always noticed. People are so caught up into thinking who is better in terms of brawling and stuff and like that, in terms of stats and all, when in reality, why can't you just stop thinking about the fact of they would fight and just start thinking about the fact that maybe they could join together? I got a bit too off there. I don't have any rivals, and I prefer if I don't because I myself might take it a little bit too seriously, so no one. Pick a theme that relates to you. This is a question I could never answer straight because honestly, I don't have a theme that I thought about my own. Because, okay, first of all, what would be the tone of the theme? Would it be heavy metal? Or would it be just simply dark with opaque sounds, you know, or like orchestral sounds, you know? I don't really know. Shall it be pure driven rock or something a bit in the middle? Shall it be mellow? Shall it be lighthearted but with words that sound very dark? You know, it's all differentiated. I mean, I know the songs I see in here, but I can't really say... Well, I could say they do relate to me, but I cannot say it would be my theme song. I mean, I would have to keep on searching. So I'm just gonna pick Infinite's theme because, I don't know. I like it despite how cheesy it sometimes is. Do you forms... No, wait, what? Do you forms? Sorry, the typo. Do you have forms no one else knows of? And the answer is this one at the top. Yes, because even I don't know. I don't know if you guys know this, but my power of shapeshifting is limitless. There are things that I have not tried yet with my shapeshifting ability. There are times in which I could shapeshift into something that will completely mimic something else. Basically, that's my way of hiding. Then there are things I shapeshift into that are based off the universe I enter, but still screams me, like it's still me. And I call those identity forms. Like, for example, Like what I do when I play a Sonic game or what I do when I play a Nintendo game. I always take a form that is based off something in that universe, but it still screams me. But there are also times in which I will take a form of something that looks exactly like that thing just to simply hide. So there are many things I haven't tried yet with my shape-shifting ability. It is limitless as far as I know. I don't even know what I could do with it yet. I still have a lot to learn about myself and my abilities. Where do you prefer to live? Obviously something that's alone. Yes, where I can be alone. It's better if you stay away from me. How would your friends describe you? Ooh, okay, that's gonna be a hard question to ask because I have many friends who describe me differently. So I'm gonna have to start thinking of what is common between their descriptions of me. Well, let's just say, maybe Sonic sees me as a guy who's fun to be around, but kind of like distant, like discreet, doesn't do much. But he says, if I get going, I become quite the social guy. Silver says the same thing. Shadow says I am a bit hard to follow. But then again, look who's talking. But then Sonic characters are not the only friends I have. I mean, I have friends from the Mario universe, even though I don't talk much to them. Mario's the only one I talk proficiently to, and he says I'm just a fun guy to hang around with. A little bit creepy, but a fun guy to hang around nonetheless. Who else? Kirby. Well, Kirby only judged me for how much I eat, and unfortunately, I don't eat that much. Then there's Princess Celestia from the My Little Pony universe, and the mains, and Twilight Sparkle and her main 6. They say that I am kind and caring, but at times I get to be a bit too mad too fast. Princess Celestia particularly said that I need to be more open because she also noticed that I'm discreet. I think that's it. That's the common thing that most of my friends across the universe are saying, is that I am usually a very distant person. So is there something? Yes, there is. Distant, caring, and loyal. Yeah, that's all of that. Distant. I'm mostly looking at the distant part, so distant. What powers do you have? Okay. There it is, I found it. Shape-shifting and using my scarves to tear apart my enemy limb from limb. Those aren't my only abilities. I'm pretty sure you know that I have also the ability to create like mini ghosts that I could use either as projectiles or minions of my own. And yes, even that I do not know the limits of it, so I still have a lot to learn. But I've learned enough to say I become a pro at using it. So yeah. Shape-shifting and using my scarves. What is your greatest fear? A question I'm always hesitant to answer because usually it follows by actually giving me such fear. I guess I have, but I'm not telling you. Well, to be honest, I already told you my fear, or at least one of them, and that is not being loved or accepted. I mean, that's part of the reason why I made this YouTube channel, so to see if people can accept me for who and what I am. What is your biggest flaw? Me. All of me. Oh look, there's even the answer. Me. Yeah, that's it. And I think that's also a common flaw for everyone. Being yourself can be both a blessing and a curse. But it's still better to be yourself. It's always a 50-50 situation, but it's always better to have that 50-50 situation rather than not having it at all and veering more to the negative side. So, despite the fact that being myself is a bit hard at times, I still would prefer that. So me. How do you feel about your past? Well, you could say I have accepted it. There are a lot of things that were also my fault, which I still will hate, but I've come to accept it. Yeah, I have accepted it. Someone's about to murder your friend, what do you do? I love the picture. I fight for my friends. So what will I do? There's me again! Use my scarves to rip into shreds, then blast them to oblivion. Who would you like to be? Torque the Hedgehog, Raptors of Fan. Yeah, this is me, obviously. Will you subscribe to twomanyraptors YouTube channel? He inspired me to make my own OC. Is that true, Torque? Well, good for you. I'm glad I am the inspiration to your own identity. And I would prefer it that way. I would be okay with the fact that I am an inspiration to creating your own identity, but not having a similar identity to me. Or it's an obvious case that you are trying to be me, but something a bit different. No. I would prefer if you would to be your own thing. But I would also find it cool if I was one of the source of your inspirations. So yeah, guys, will you subscribe to me or not? For those of you who are watching my video but have not yet subscribed to me, it would be kind of you to actually subscribe to me, but also hit that bell button to receive notifications of when I upload new videos or anything that I post updates on my community area. Will you subscribe to— Hey, Swift, you're also here! Will you subscribe to Swift the Hedgehog's YouTube channel? She inspired this quiz, obviously. Yes. And I'm calculating results, alright. Yeah! I got myself! Yeah! You are Raptors, the Phantom of Reality. 𝐸𝐻𝐿𝑚𝑛𝑦 was once a kind and innocent human being, but the world took advantage of him. Reality pinned him down utterly, destroyed who he was, but he was brought back to this world, but he wasn't the same person that he became. Heck, he doesn't even know what he is. This will be hard to understand, but a Phantom of Reality is what he calls himself ever since he was attacked of one of the Sonic.exes, and then it revealed that he wasn't a shadow android. Actually, the first time I thought of the name Phantom of Reality was during a video where I was playing a mod made by one of you guys. And it was a mod of me in the fan game Sonic World. I don't know if you guys watched that. And I kept on blaggering some random schnitzel as what I usual self. And I ended up saying, I am the Phantom of Disparity. No, Phantom of Reality. Yes, I am the Phantom of Reality. And I thought of the Phantom of something because I was thinking of the Phantom of the Opera at the time. It kind of stuck to me ever since I said that. And even though, despite how sometimes I find the title to be cheesy, it stuck with me. So yeah, I kept it, and now it's now another title for me, the Phantom of Reality, and you guys seem to enjoy it and like it. So thank you very much. And it is revealed that he wasn't a shadow android. Yes, if you subscribe to my channel, have been around during the second year of my YouTube channel, I had tried to pretend to be a shadow android. And the reason why for that is because during the time Shadow Let's Play was still alive, it was the popular thing in my channel. But I also want to show off myself. But of course, people don't want to watch me as a human being because that's quite common to see in every other channel. So I wanted to be like Shadow, but at the same time not to be Shadow. So I tried to think of a character that was like Shadow, but at the same time he isn't Shadow, and I thought of Shadow Android, and it was perfect considering the fact that he had the same color scheme as me. So I kept on going into the form of Shadow Android, and then yeah, the rest was history. This was all just to hide myself because I wasn't ready yet to reveal what I really was. His story is extremely sad and pitiable, but I don't see him as someone to be pitied, but I see him as a person as any other who went through a hard past. And yes, I also see it. There are also people out there who suffered way worse than me, to be honest. I mean, granted, what I've become is something extraordinary and downright baffling, but there are people out there, souls even, that are experiencing way worse than me right now. But here's something I want to also point out. Just because your problem is nothing compared to other people's problems doesn't mean it isn't a problem, and that you shouldn't treat it as a problem and you shouldn't solve it. No, you should find a way to solve your problems. But anyway, I'm blabbering on. And just like anyone, Raptors deserves to be loved, and he is by a very special person called Swift the Hedgehog. Love as in friendship love. And even if he thinks that it's too late or that he doesn't deserve to be loved, it's not. Let people in. He should let people love him. He won't regret it. Which is true. I won't. But I'm being very careful. I'm being very careful in how I want people to interact with me and how I want people to take influence from me. Yes, I love it, the fact that you guys love me for what I am and who I am, but I'm being very careful for how much of it because, like I said, I want you guys to love yourself. As a member of Team Storm, Shard and Swift have his back, and even if he wants to be alone, he never will be. Thank you very much, Torque. Oh yeah, I almost forgot, I'm actually part of a team that you guys created, Team Storm. I'm not actually in any part of the team. I prefer to do things alone because it's very hard, for me at least, to be a part of the team. But I'm glad that that Swift, you, and Shard, you put me as part of your team. I mean, it's better to do things not alone, but I do things better when I am alone, so that's the sad thing about me. But it's nice that I'm part of a team that you guys created, it's cool. So yeah, thank you Torque the Hedgehog for all those kind and sweet words. If you guys want to try out his quiz, I'll leave a link in the description below, and tell me who you got. Be honest this time. And I will end this video here. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more. Bye bye!